So I'm also part of larger secret society organizations, and we learn about.
How much of those secrets you learn in those societies you're able to disclose?
I can share that, but it's okay. One secret I'm going to share with you to amplify your dream is when you have sleep on your. I know there are kind of conspiracies about this. They're trying to control us. So if you want to make you accelerate your dreams, you have to really. The main reasons why people would fail, they don't think about the broader society and community and the people they're going to serve. And a lot of people who use manifestation, they use it in the wrong manner. A lot of people, when they start with their manifestation journey, they are not. They will usually start something and not finish. That's a block right there. Manifestation is not just wishful thinking. Woo. It's really about taking action. But action is maybe 20%. Simple is the best strategy, because if it's complicated, nobody's gonna do it. Fear is false evidence appearing real, so it's not real. Go by fear or go by faith. To really become successful and accelerate your dreams. 99% of the people out there don't master the basics.
Welcome. This is Dream Accelerator podcast, and today my guest is Simon Bedros, and we just met networking on LinkedIn. And he's a strategic vision mentor, CEO, and book author. And he has this really amazing book about manifestations. And I thought it would be really amazing to invite him to this podcast and pick his brain to find shortcuts to success so we avoid common pitfalls, so we get there together to achieve our dreams faster. So, Simon, tell me about yourself and what are the couple of things you want our audience to know about you?
Yeah, thank you for the introduction. So as you said, I'm a mentor, strategic vision mentor. I'm not a coach. The difference between a mentor and a coach is a mentor is more like a guide long term, and a coach works on something specific. Think of like losing weight. So you have a weight loss coach. A mentor is somebody who works with you long term and is like a guide who will help you long term achieve your goals. Somebody you could consult with. So by profession, I'm a consultant. I'm strategic sales and marketing consultant. I work with big firms, big companies, business owners, helping them set up their business and optimizing their marketing campaigns. And what I do also besides that, I'm a CEO startup. I write books. I have many books on successes, on sales, marketing, and one of my books you introduced is about manifestation and dream acceleration, what this podcast is today. So the title of my most famous book is The Wealth Manifestation Code, Creating 33 Energy Blocks to Unlock Abundance. So why energy blocks? Because energy blocks could be things that hinder or could be conducive to your success. So that's why I came up with the idea for the book.
That sounds really cool.
That's basically about
I'm
myself.
curious. Yeah, I'm really curious about, you said the book contains 32 energy blocks. Is it something that you discovered for yourself or?
33 energy blocks, yeah, 33 energy blocks. I discuss in the book why it's 33, because the human spine has 33 vertebrae. And each of these points, the vertebra, is a point for storing energy. And how energy gets stored is through your subconscious thoughts and feelings. So whatever you feel, you can store energies in your points, in your body, and it's usually stored somewhere in the spine, that as an energy point. And also, I haven't told the audience here, so I'm also part of a larger secret society organizations, and we learn about those energy manipulations and energy using energy for your benefits. Also, when it comes to visualization, manifestation, how to do it correctly. Yeah, all those things.
Yeah, that sounds really amazing. Like, I'm curious how much of those secrets you learn in those societies you're able to disclose, because obviously you wrote a book about it, so you can disclose some of the knowledge. So I'm curious, how does it work?
Well, the book I wrote is more mainstream. I wrote it in a way that the general person will understand, because there is a lot of things that goes beneath the surface. You need to have a lot of background knowledge to connect the puzzle, to connect the pieces. But one of the things we learn in secrets in those societies is network is we have mentors and we have networking opportunities where we can expand our networks. We'll have access to other successful people who are way more successful than us, and we basically work with them. And it's more like a brotherhood where we have like time together, like kind of in a fraternity. And the advantages that you get from such a group is you learn to cultivate your skills, whether it be leadership, communication, strategic planning, public speaking, and you not don't necessarily have to be part of such a group. You can go on your own and join other groups that are not secret, like Toastmasters, BNI group, or any other public meetup groups where you could kind of like contribute and get into personal development and develop yourself. But more in this group is more encouraged to do that. So we have like a kind of like ethos in the group, the values, the moralities, help each other succeed.
Mm. That sounds really cool. And since you've been in these groups and you also said that there's another path going in there, I'm just curious, what drew you in the first place? Why did you chose to join these societies? Why didn't you stick with
Well,
Toastmasters
it's
and BNI?
it's an invitation only, so I was never intended to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy I was invited, especially the person who discovered me. He saw my potential, and what they do in this society is like they take you and they develop your skills so you could serve basically the broader humanity and do something good. I know there are kind of conspiracies about this. They're trying to control us, things like that. But no, it depends on which group you are. But the group I founded, there was no such things. It was only good people who were trying to make a contribution to society and the greater world.
Well, that sounds like more like a invite-only elite club, like a brotherhood club, more
Yes,
than a
yes.
typical secret society conspiracy group.
Yes, definitely. But the way the outsiders understand is different. Outsiders think it's not only to control the masses, only control the limit us, but it's not really that way. So it's really about um, taking understanding who has the potential to contribute to the society, and from the society contribute to humanity.
Mm. I'm curious also, what's their reason behind keeping it secret? Is there any value of keeping it secret?
Yes, yeah, so you don't want to have everybody in it because not everybody will understand the way things are done in the society. So you want to have people who resonate with it, and also things are better. There are some things better not known by the masses because they are too secretive for them to take advantage, and it could be dangerous to have it in the wrong hands. Like let's say you understand better psychology than somebody else, and you take advantage of that. That could be really bad for that human being, good for you, but not for them, and that we don't encourage that. So everything we learn within these societies has to be used for the good, and that's our moral code.
So I'm curious, like, now that you know more than most people, and you kind of touched upon that, you said that you don't really need to be there. Would you choose not to be in this society? And
Well, I'm really glad I am part of it. So I really enjoy having the connections, the people I get to meet, the business owners, who are really making big changes in the world, um, all over the world. So the influence is really worldwide. I could have joined maybe another group like BNI or Meetup, or any group where you get, but I'm really happy I joined the group. And I like the idea where they encourage you to develop your skills, whether it's public speaking, um, uh, s- uh, giving speeches, negotiation, all those things you learn, where they give you like kind of the way to lead. So I'm really happy for having that opportunity. And it's not necessarily also to be part of these groups to be successful. You can be successful without those groups. Of course, the principles of success are really, in essence, success boils down to really putting in the effort, working hard, and working smart at the same time, resilience and continuous learning. And you don't really have to be part of these groups. You just understand that and using any resources available uh, to make things happen and make success happen. And especially today, you have the internet. You can create free content. So there's no reasons why anybody wouldn't be successful. It's
Mm.
just the will to do it and seeking out the right people to help you along your path.
Yeah, I hear that you say that there's lots of down to earth things in there, like building skills, networking, putting in effort, working. And I'm also curious about the other part, more like a fringe part, manifestation and spiritual path. How much that
Well,
is of importance to gaining success?
we learn about spiritual secrets, esoteric stuff, but not everybody has the minds and senses to understand that. Not the especially the spiritual side, because it's too far out there to understand what it's meant, what the meaning is. But in terms of manifestation, we learn about how to set goals, the right goals the right way, how to
Hmm.
achieve them, long-term goals, short-term goals. Um, we learn to set smart goals,
Yeah.
specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, smart goals. So we learn that. Um, we learn we learn how to communicate with people all around us from different backgrounds. Um, yeah, so being part of a group, leading different groups, forming new groups. So it's all basically like, I know it kind of sounds like what do you call this network marketing. It is network marketing actually came from the societies.
Well, that sounds really cool. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, sounds like there is value in a group, but as you said, there's no need to be in there to become successful because it sounds like the core of the things is actually practically applying the things that are already out there. And this group just incentivizes and helps you to practically apply all this general stuff that everyone already knows, like SMART
Yeah,
goals.
it's kind of also like wealth by association. So who do you
Mm.
associate with? Are these people positive people, upbeat people who
Yeah.
are care for each other, even if they're successful than you and they want you succeed like them and not put you down or keep secrets from you or not support you on your goals. So that's really the core part of such a group. So you can everybody can build a group like that. So you can create your own group or you can join one of these groups, Toastmasters or Meetup or BNI, and be leader within them. So you don't have to be some part of a secret. The only real benefit is the understanding and knowledge you get on the deeper parts, which is more spiritual and things. And not everybody resonates with that
Can you give us
because
an
it's too deep.
example of those deeper spots that most likely some of the audience will not understand? Can you kind of give us a
Well,
idea?
how the soul functions, the parts of the soul, the anatomy of the soul. You could go different parts on it. Communicating with spirits, angels,
Hmm.
you know, or how does it work? How many angels are there? How do you
Mm.
communicate with them? Well, is it invocation or things like that? So, and not every group of secret society promotes that. You have to be different groups have different set of things. I was lucky to be in this group where I enjoyed being part of these things because it interests me a lot.
And I'm curious, you mentioned that
Actually,
there are these.
actually, we have a book that's really published to the mainstream. Everybody can read it, but not everybody, as said, because they don't have the right backgrounds and understand, they won't understand it. So the book is The Secret Teachings of All Time by Manly P. Hall. It
Mhm.
talks about secret society teachings, a lot of
Yeah.
the spiritual and things, but not everybody who reads the book will understand what's really meant.
Mm. Yeah. And going a bit deeper on this one, so what are the practical applications of having these uh, deeper spiritual knowledge, or just mainly for entertainment for you personally?
Well, practical application is more understanding how the unseen world works and how
Mm-hmm.
to combine it with our physical world, combining both thought and emotion together and
Yeah,
action. So thought, emotion, and action. So first you think it, then you
yeah,
feel it, then you do it, and then you become it. So it is just combination of taking from thought, emotion, action, and doing, making it reality.
yeah. Mm.
Because the thought form, if you think about it, is spiritual. On the higher plane, thought is very spiritual. God or the universe operates on the thought level, you
Yeah.
know. And when you get opportunities or things come your way, they come from the higher realm of the thought level. So the universe will bring this person, put this thought or bring this idea into that person's mind, and they will contact you through that person, which you never saw coming, you know?
Mm-hmm. So, interestingly enough, today I had a conversation with a client about also this chain thought, emotion, and action. And how do you see it as a closed loop where everything is connected in terms of emotion influencing thoughts and influencing actions and other way around, where it's not only like this one-way street that you just have this thought, then you generate an action, emotion, and then that propels the action. How is it in human relationships when you just have emotion or energy coming at you, and how do you see that one?
Well, it's way different. When you have emotion coming at you, it's your choice how to handle that because
Mm-hmm.
you are the one ultimately in control how to react to things. So the control, the attitude you keep when things go south. So it comes also in a huge part of being successful. And besides that, um, first to make things happen, you have to care about it. So it depends on how about your care level. So first you care about it, then you focus. Actually, the two parts you only learn in these societies I'm going to share here now. I can share that, but it's okay. So the first one is you have to make anything happen. First, you have to care about it. Then you focus upon it. Once you focus upon it, you start thinking about it. And when you start thinking about it, you start feeling about it. And after you start feeling about it, you start doing things. You have moving your body. You set your body in motion, vibration that starts happening. And the last step, you start making it a reality.
Mm.
So care is the generative principle. How much you care about making something happen in terms of success and manifestation. So how much do you care about making it happen a reality? So if you want to make you accelerate your dreams, you have to really care about it.
How do you define care in that case? Sounds like it's very important. So how do you define it? How do I measure my care?
Care is like how I feel emotionally connected to this topic idea, and I want to make it a reality. Um, what would happen if it doesn't become reality? What would be the
Mhm.
emotions? So how really important is that to you?
So let's give us an example. Let's say I want to earn, let's say, $1 million, and I think I care a lot about it. But if I don't earn that money, I don't feel bad about it. What does it mean?
You have to ask yourself why you feel bad. What's the emotional impact? Why do you really care about the $1 million? Is it the $1 million or is the impact the $1 million going to have on the
Yeah.
people? And what are the people going to be left out if you don't achieve that goal? So
Mm.
I think also when first people they start a business or they do a venture, they're very ego-centered and they do it to fulfill themselves, and they don't think about the greater, the broader society and community and the people they're going to serve. And I think
Mm.
that's the main things. the main reasons why people would fail or not
Mhm.
achieve their goal. So
Mm.
I think also when first people they start a business or they do a venture, they're very ego-centered and they do it to fulfill themselves, and they don't think about the greater, the broader society and community and the people they're going to serve. When you're doing something, you want to um, make sure you're doing it for the people, the customers, that you're understanding their pain points, showing that you really care to fulfill that need, to answer their pain points, and also do your market research to understand if you're doing it right, you're doing it at the right place, you're offering real value, you're planning strategically, and you're also seeking guidance from people around you, mentors, counselors, advisors, also people who gone before you or have some things to tell you how to do it, you know?
Mm.
So very important. Also learning about the financials, understanding financials, all these things are important if you want to build a business and do something that contribute, you know, and communication skills, developing that, and also how to talk to people, bringing people in your business. All these things come together.
I find it very refreshing because what I hear from you, you're very down to earth, and we're kind of talking about manifestation, but the most of the things I actually hear from you are strategies, goals, setting goals, and it sounds very, very down to earth. And I would like to invite you to like, so why there isn't so much fluff around there which says, oh, you have to do the visual thinking and everything else happens. Like, how do you see this part in manifestation world?
I understand a lot of people have skepticism towards
Mhm.
manifestation. And I think, first of all, I'm going to talk about the placebo effect, how our thoughts have power on, let's say, the body, how the body can heal through thought alone, as introduced by Joe Dispenza. So let's say if somebody takes a placebo pill and he believes that this pill can heal their body or cause a change, it does happen. So the people who think it's skepticism, I would like to them to invite this idea. So it is possible for the body to heal itself. So there's thought has the power to influence things. So in the same manner, manifestation works in the same manner. And a lot of people who use manifestation, they use it in the wrong manner. A lot of people, when they start with their manifestation journey, they are not healthy financially. They're already in debt. They already have emotional baggage with them. The worry, the stress that they have from their financials is kind of putting a block on them that's not helping them to achieve their manifestation goal. Like imagine, like how can you um, visualize or
Mhm.
have your goals set if you're constantly worrying about how to get money for the next day, you know?
Mhm.
So the same way. So manifestation completely work. You first have to be healthy, then you can
Mhm.
think of becoming wealthy. So that kind of like the placebo. You have to think your body is not healthy, so you
Yeah.
want to make sure you go back to health, and then you could go back to wealth, creating wealth from that standpoint. And also manifestation is not just the reason why I talk about being strategic and taking action, because real manifestation is not just visualizing or thinking positive thoughts or affirmations. It's also taking action, putting goals and combining it with the mental manifestation. You know, together, mental and physical together. I think that's the best part of making manifestations a reality. So it's not just thinking positive or visualizing. You can't be too delusional. You have to take action. And in my book, The Wealth Manifestation Code, I talk about the last two chapters about taking specific actions towards achieving your goals. So
Mm.
it has to be. So you have to take action to make things happen. If we live in a physical world, it demands some action for us to achieve our goals. But action is maybe 20%, 80% is your mindset, how you think about it. Um, how you visualize, all things throw opportunity to you. And one thing about opportunity is you have to be ready. A lot of people, when they receive their opportunity to manifest, they're not ready. There's this quote by this Greek philosopher, um, I think Seneca. He says, "Success or luck is when opportunity meets preparation." So you have to be prepared to receive the opportunity. I know I had a chance a couple of years ago to make some big sum, but I wasn't ready for that opportunity. So
Mm.
I thought that got me thinking. And then I saw this quote. I said, right, I wasn't ready at that moment. But it's a part of manifestation is being ready, actually doing the work, both on your mental part and actually taking the action towards achieving your goals. So making sure you acquire what you want, whether it's health, wealth, happiness, or your life partner, whatever it is, you have to do the inner work, both in the inner and outer work together.
Mm. So I really loved how you mentioned the part where some people start manifestations the wrong way out from having not having their financial needs met, and then they think they can manifest their ways out of it. And they say that it's already a block. And I want to link it together. From what you said in your book that you have these 32 or 33
One, two,
blocks,
three.
and I
Yeah.
would love to invite you to kind of mention a couple of these blocks, that a couple of the ones that I feel like people are struggling the most, and give more details and insights. How does it look like? What kind of blocks are there? And what can people do in short? Like I understand it's a book and there's like a you cannot put everything in here,
Yeah,
but that's the
yeah,
things.
I can share a couple. So the first one is fear of failure
Mm-hmm.
and fear of the unknown. Um, I talk about the fear of failure. So a lot of people are afraid to stretch their comfort zone. So when they're proposed with an opportunity or something, they won't take action on it. It's like self-sabotaging activities. So it's like don't believe in themselves enough.
Mm.
So I talk about it. So one way to get over it is to have people who are positive enough to that believe in you, support your goals, your success, have them support you, consult with them, get their ideas only for people who want really your success. It could be mentors, it could be coaches, whoever you think will be suitable for to share it with, and also affirmations. So cupping mental affirmations. And the last one is having trust in the universe also. Like when you take an action, you will be supported by the universe because the universe is a co-creator with you. It cannot create without you. So it will give you the opportunities, the support, um, but you will have to do it. Like at the end, you have to jump and take action and get out of your comfort zone. So a lot of people are afraid to do that. So as I said, healing is more working with your mind, affirmations, listen, consulting with mentors, people who are more successful than you or who want you to succeed. Um, another thing is a lot of people also it comes from believing in themselves enough. They will usually start something and not finish. That's a block right there. So they will maybe have a idea for business. They write the business plan, but when it comes to actually starting the business or doing, they're afraid they won't do it. They just flop the idea and that's it.
Mm.
Um, Also, other things are that come from maybe from childhood or people around us who they said there's not enough money or money is a taboo topic and they want to deal with money or they're afraid subconsciously to deal with money. So there are definitely a lot of techniques you could use to both affirmations and making or, having the gratitude journal, being thankful for what you have, and also um, acknowledging that money could be used for good, not for evil. I think also a lot of people have like bad associations with money, like all the rich people are greedy, I don't want to be one of them. Uh, I wanna so you could change, reframe that oh, not everybody is good. People who they are very rich people who have done great things. They have contributed greatly to society, to people, and they have done great things with their wealth. The same thing goes to other things, not just when I talk about abundance. It's not just wealth. It's about your health, your happiness, joy, whatever you want to attract. So it really boils down to how you see things, to what lengths you see things. I think Wayne Dyer said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So it's really about changing the way you look at things.
Mm. Yeah, sounds like there's a.
And also Jim Rohn also has this quote. He said, when you change, things change.
Mm.
So when you decide you want to change, things change.
Yeah.
So you want to be brave enough, go on this manifestation journey with an open heart.
Mm. So, first of all, sounds like there's literally lots of down to earth, practical knowledge in your book. So, I would like to ask, what's the best way for audience to get your book? Like, how do they get handle it? What's the best way to get access to your book? Is it printed? Is it
Yep.
digital? Like, how do they get it?
The best way to get access to my book is it's both available in digital and print. It's available through all the countries around the world, even India. It's available through Amazon mainly, uh,
Mm-hmm.
but you could get it in every country throughout the world.
So, what are they searching for? Like the book title and your name?
The,
How do they
uh,
find?
the book title is The Wealth Manifestation Code: Reading 33 Energy Blocks to Unlock
Mm-hmm.
Abundance by my name, Simon Bedros.
Okay, so that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay, and I had this interesting question. You just said that to go on a manifestation journey, you have to all go in there with a brave heart and you knowing a bit more behind the scenes as well. Is there anything to actually be afraid of when you go on this journey? Because lots of secret societies play on fear, and there's lots of fear out there, and lots of people are literally scared of lots of stuff. So I'm asking, is there anything to actually be afraid of when you're looking for abundance?
So answering your question, why people are afraid is first of all, recognize what is fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. So it's not real, although
Yeah.
it appears real. Um, and you could either go by fear or go by faith. And you have to trust that you will make it and things will work out for the best. Um, you know, even I think in the Bible it says um, you have to have faith and mountains will move.
Mm,
So really don't delve into fear, whatever, and realize whatever happens, you only have control on your thoughts, emotions, and actions. These are the
mm,
things you can control. The rest you have no control of. So why
That's a
worry
big one.
worry about it in the first instance? In the
Yeah,
beginning,
that's
why
very
worry
healthy.
about it?
Yeah, just drains energy and puts you in a worse
Yes.
situation to actually deal with its consequences.
Yeah. Also, you have to acknowledge that there are gonna happen things in this crazy world we live in, where once it's COVID, then's another war or something happen, and you have to be like mentally prepare yourself. So even if the worst happens, I know that I can have control only about my thoughts, emotions, and actions. And
Mm,
if I sense that something is going in the direction I don't like it, and I'm worried about something that I have no control of, so shift back to the things I do have control of, which is again my thoughts, emotions, and actions, and steering again that emotions that I initially feel are absorbing me, going back to a place of balance. And
mm,
going back, so you could do meditation, you could do mindfulness, whatever practice you choose. Being grateful for whatever you have, keeping a gratitude journal. I took all these things in my book.
mm. I'm curious what kind of practices you personally practice to keep that fear at bay, be more mindful, like personally. What do you choose on day-to-day basis?
Well, I have my gratitude journal. I write everything every day, every morning, whatever I'm grateful for. So I would like write 5 things in the morning I'm grateful for, and I would repeat that in the at night again. Um, Going over again on a new page, write again 5 things I'm grateful for today. It could be the same things as, but it's just keeping the mind on focus on gratitude, being grateful for what I'm grateful for. Um, Also reflecting on successes, even the small things I achieved. It could be like being showing up on this podcast or reaching out to a new client or new partnership. So whatever it be, so I'll document that and I'll celebrate that in a way.
Mm.
So yeah, like even if it's like giving myself a small treat or something like that. So yeah, that's how I do it.
Mm. That sounds very, very basic. Because sometimes you hear all these elaborate morning routines and all these things, and yours is just
Mm.
simple gratitude.
Well, um, simple is the best strategy because if it's complicated, nobody's gonna do it. And some people tell me it's too simple. This can't be the secret. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a problem, I think, with people in this modern age because they're looking for secret sauce or the magic pill and the shortcut to success. I think you mentioned in the beginning we are going to share shortcuts to success, but the truth is there's no shortcuts to success. It's about constant hard work, evaluation, and seeing what you're doing right, analyzing and seeking advice and getting the feedback and just moving on. You know, there is no real shortcut to any success or achieving anything. You have control only the things that you can control. You can control that being prepared, taking a proactive approach to prevent things, thinking strategically, planning ahead. These are the things you can control, but there are a lot of things you can't control. So you have to be mindful about that.
Mm. Well, sounds like we actually delivering exactly what we promised. Shortcut to success, which is actually the obvious way. Do the work and take control over your thoughts, emotions, and actions. That obviously sounds like a shortcut because a lot of people don't
Yeah,
take this
yeah,
path, and
definitely.
therefore not a shortcut.
Yes, definitely. I think people are too absorbed by the modern day hype of success, and they
Mm-hmm.
have forgotten what is really success is. You know, success is really achieving, putting the effort, doing the work, working hard and smart at the same time, being resilient, continuously learning and seeking advice and seeing how we could improve all these together. You know, and keeping a positive mindset and attitude plays a huge part also in that. So that's one way you could accelerate things. So when you're in a really bad mood, bad state, you could actually slow down your process. Imagine if you're thinking miserably every day, how good you're gonna do your work, or let's say you're a content creator, or you're gonna deliver a speech, or whatever you're gonna write, even creatively. How good of work can you do that if you're in a not so good state mentally? You know, because the mental has a lot of effect on the physical, your body, your emotions. It all affects. You know, so you want to make sure that you're well, both mentally each day and yeah, yeah, that's it.
You mentioned there about how feeling negative negatively is impacting everything, health, wealth, and like whole life and relationship as well. And
Yeah.
I want to bring up this book by Neville Goddard, "Feeling is the Secret." Uh, what are a couple of things that people misinterpret from this good book?
Um, I think a lot of people use them visualization wrong and not the way Neville wanted them to use them. So a lot of people think visualization is about conjuring up images in their own mind and having them manifest to reality. No, that's not how it was intended. The intention is to create the images in your own mind to create the feeling. So once you create the feeling, that feeling will attract you whatever you desire. But for that to happen, you have to constantly do in your mind to rehearse it, mental rehearsal, as Neville talks, uh, rehearsing the feeling state from the images. So if to actually achieve good manifestation, you have to rehearse whatever in your mind, the feeling through the images. Imagine like holding a glass of cold water on a sunny day, and the water comes down like sweat from the glass. You know,
Yeah.
that type of feeling. Imagine that feeling, you know. You're
Mm.
somewhere in exotic or on a cruise ship or somewhere.
So I had this thought that you have the thought. By the thought, you generate feeling, and outcome of the feeling is taking aligned action towards basically manifesting your dream, and that's the only thing we can control. The question is there anything happening behind the scenes that we don't directly control by actually feeling good and generating the feeling instead of just taking the same action without the feeling?
I don't believe there's such thing because you are taking action by feeling whether you're conscious or unconscious about it. There
Mm,
are some feelings that you are more consciously aware about it, and some feelings are running like behind your mind.
mm,
And a lot of times, feeling can, if you have a negative feeling, or if you have a negative feeling running on the subconscious, it could lead to negative manifestation. Maybe it's a fight with your family members or or loved one or somebody. It's been something that's been running. You've been negatively vibrating for a while on that thought, on that emotion. So you really have to be conscious on what's happening in your mind, cultivating positive thoughts, being grateful for what you have achieved, celebrating the small wins. All those things matter.
I also thought it would be curious to ask you, um, what's your main lesson from this book? Like when you combine everything, what's the main thing that, what's the main teaching?
From this, from the secret.
No, from the feeling is the secret, yes.
Oh, feeling is a secret. You really have to feel the state to make it a success. Feel the actual being there. So being parallelly, take on
Mm.
the present moment, take your imagination to the desired state you want to be, and just live it with all the emotions. Not just see the images, but live the feeling. And a lot of people also have problems with visualizing because they don't really focus on the feelings. Also, I shared that in my book also. If you have problems with actually conjuring up images in your um, mind, so you could write down the feelings you want to experience and to just focus on the feelings without having to conjure up the images in your mind to generate the feelings. So what's really important is the actual feelings. So imagine how it would feel to have a handshake with somebody you've done business successfully with, for example, or the luxury car you want to drive, or the person you want to be with. How would that feel? You know, just imagine the feeling. You don't have to put a face or image or somewhere. You just imagine the feeling.
Yeah, the feelings
That
play a,
feeling is the secret.
yeah,
Feeling
feeling
is the
is
secret.
like it's almost like you don't have to read the book to understand it at all. Like you just read the title and it's oh yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I think he makes a good point. Like he has like quotes from the Bible where he explains like how we
Mm.
should have the presumption of the thought wish fulfilled or things like that. They're really nice, but it's not necessary. Just understanding that really feeling is the secret.
Mm. It's very similar to Think and Grow Rich. The title on its own is almost the whole book. And I'm curious, how has this book made an impact on your life personally, if any?
Well, Think and Grow, which is a really great book. There are layers of the teachings of this book we learn more closely in the society. And one thing is about setting goals. And I think most people set goals incorrectly. They set goals that maybe a lot of times is unachievable, or it's like too delusional. So you want to set, maybe have what do you call your vision goal, your big goal. Let's say you want to have achieve in 5 years. Then you want to have a goal you want to achieve in 1 year. Break down the goal you want to achieve in 1 month. Break that goal down to 1 week and daily. When you achieve daily to reach that 1 week goal, then from 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, a month. So you hit your monthly goal, and then you want to go move month by month till you hit a year, and then you do that the next year, then the third year, fourth year, fifth year, etc. Let's say your idea is to open couple branches of a store or of a business. Let's say you say jewelry or something like that. Some,
Mm.
for example, so you want to first focus on your daily goals to it and make sure they're aligned to reaching that big goal. Let's say for the next coming year. And once you hit your yearly year, you want to evaluate it. It's if it's gonna if it's close to the 5 year goal you set, the vision you set for yourself.
Mm.
But the
Yeah,
goal is
I
to
love
take
how you.
action every day. Action every
Mm.
day. It's the most important thing. So manifestation is not just wishful thinking, woo. It's really about taking action. You have to take action because we live in a physical world. We're obliged to take action, and action creates emotion. Action creates vibration. So that speeds up our manifestations. We
Mm.
cannot just visualize or fantasize and just wait for things to happen on their own. We do have to take some sort of action. But as I said, action is only 20%. Mindset and visualization and all the other techniques is only 80%.
Mm. Well, since you said that the mindset is 80%, and I would like to play a bit of devil's advocate here, since the feeling is the secret, and all the planning is actually, well, it could be seen as only generating feeling of certainty. What if I can get the certainty from different way, and then I don't have to do the whole planning, and my action taking is only 20% only. So how do you deal with this if you ever?
Well, it's correct. So what you're saying is like the manifestation, the visualization or things wish fulfilled, imagining the outcome fulfilled, as Neville says, feeling the feeling. So you're drawing thing towards you, and the actions, as if you're doing it correctly, the actions will feel less forced. You feel
Mm.
like you're naturally drawn to making it happen. It's like happening automatic.
So basically, what you're saying, it's very likely that if I have that level of certainty, I might be drawn to make those goals anyways, but it happen
Yes,
automatically.
yes, yes, definitely. It will happen this way. Like you
That's
won't
really cool.
feel like resistance. You won't feel like you're really actually pushing yourself to do
Mm.
it. Like you won't feel that way.
Yeah, that's a really powerful place to come from. Do you have any tips how to get to this place? Um, you can give us just an example because I understand you cannot cover every case, but just give us a one example how to.
My favorite is affirmations, and
Mhm.
before going to bed, I go over my affirmations, and I would also listen to audios where they create visual scenes of or help me my practice my visual aspect of my mind and focus on the feeling. I think one guy really I like is he has a really great channel on YouTube. I think it's Elmer John Elmer
Mhm.
Elmer something. I don't remember his name on YouTube. Elmer Neville Goddard. He has
Mm-hmm.
his great videos. Yeah, he has great narrations where you could listen to it while you're sleeping, and it will like infuse the emotions of the images in the way that Neville Goddard used to do it.
Do you see them on the dreams? Because sometimes when I put the audio while I'm sleeping, I dream about things that happen in
Yes,
a.
yes, the cat could happen. Yeah, and also you when you do that, you could see it in your dreams, and that would have a great impact on you. And one secret I'm going to share with you to amplify your dream while sleeping is when you have sleep on a slightly emptier stomach, you're more likely to remember your dreams. A lot of
Hmm.
people, I think, have problems with eating at night. So you want to get to the level where you're eating the less amount, at least 2, 3 hours before going to bed, or eating a really small meal before going to sleep. Then that way your mind will be more clearer and you will navigate more your dreams. You could also be in a lucid dream in that way.
Do you happen to lucid dream as well?
Yeah.
Regularly or once in a while? How does it work for you?
Um, I actually my lucid dreams are once a week. I get it while sleeping regularly, and other times it's while doing fasting. So I'll
Mm.
sleep fasted. So I'll do sometimes fast for 24 hours or 25 hours without water, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the times I usually have those lucid dreams.
Mm. Yeah, so I would like to wrap up our podcast here and ask you a couple of final questions. And one of those questions is, what is one thing that most people know and probably already heard in this podcast by us, but they're still not practicing? So, what is the most powerful thing that people can practice more?
Well, definitely one thing that people don't practice is actually goal setting. It's the most simplest thing, but people don't do it. I think it's like, nah, I don't have to set goals. I'll just achieve it. Or I'll go too much on the woo-woo side, wishful thinking side, and I don't have to do anything. I just visualize and things happen out of the sky for me. It doesn't work that way. So I have to set goals the way I said it. So the best thing is set goals for yearly goals, break it
Mm.
down in 12 months, and what you have to accomplish each month, each week, and each day towards the end of the week. You know, so that's one thing people overlook. And another thing, I think, also being grateful, grateful for what you have, keeping a gratitude journal. So saying thank you more often.
Mm.
Yes, I think
Very simple.
these are the
Very
things.
simple.
Very simple. I
Thank
know
you for.
one person actually said the techniques in your book are very simple, are nothing new. And what I have to say is the secret to mastery or mastery to manifestation is first mastering the basics. So you have to master basics, and 99% of the people out there don't master the basics. The
Mm.
basics are the to really to become successful and accelerate your dreams, as we say in this podcast.
Yeah.
So you really have to master the basics, be a master of the basics, and then you could see things coming together.
Since we already covered a couple of basics, would you like to kind of give a short list of those basics one more time, so people really remember them? You know, these are actually the basics. Like these are the basics, so they actually hear it in one go.
Yes. First of all, keep a check of your inner world, your mindset, because your inner world creates your outer world. So this is the first thing. So you wanna every day you wake up, make sure that you are mentally in a positive state. Start with gratitude, affirmations. Make sure you're doing them. These are the basics of the basics. Then you want to jot down your goals for the day you want to achieve, or even start the night before and have the goals pre planned, what you're going to achieve today. and tick off the goals every day. I know some people put in their calendar their goals, which is really great effective. At least they have like notifications at this time. I'm achieving this. I think that's a practical way to keep track of your goals. And also, you could like look back at the end of the week on your PC screen or see what things have been achieved, what's been ticked off. Um, um, Besides that, is like keeping track of the results you're achieving, like how many things I'm achieving, how many things are happening. Also celebrating small wins, taking the time to celebrate small wins, and also evaluate the emotions. What emotions come that interfere with my manifestation, with my goals, with me taking action? How can I navigate that? What things can I do? Can I change my breath? Can I um, focus on something that's more favorable, to change my state? So you have to realize that you have the steering in your hands to steer the boat in whatever direction
Mm,
you want. So it's really about those things.
definitely. And one more thing I would like to add, I believe you would agree with me, is remember focusing on things that we can control, which is thoughts, feelings, and actions. That also could be
Thoughts,
very
feelings, and
basic.
action.
And everything else which is not out of control, there is no reason to worry about it because we cannot control
Yes,
things. That's also very
definitely.
powerful. And that said, the final question is who are the people you would like to reach out to you? And basically, who do you help and how to reach you?
We could reach out to me on LinkedIn. Well, on LinkedIn, that's the main platform I'm active on. So I'll be happy to um, hear from you guys if you like the podcast. I think we did a very raw podcast here, so spill the real secrets to success. Although people they won't want like to have heard the things we said exactly the way you said it, but that's the truth. Yeah, so LinkedIn is my main platform. Also, my other social media channels could reach out to me, and I do offer free consultations for people who want to get to know me and see how I can contribute to their success. So, kindly you could reach out to me.
Cool. So thank you so much for your time and wisdom, Simon, and have a magical day, rest of the day. Thank you.
Have a magical day, and let's accelerate more dreams.
Let's do that.
The audience here. So I'm also part of a larger secret society organizations, and we learn about those energy manipulations and energy um, using energy for your benefits. Also, when it comes to visualization, manifestation, how to do it correctly.
I'm curious, how much of those secrets you learn in those societies you're able to disclose?
But one of the things we learn in secrets in those societies is network is we have mentors and we have networking opportunities where we can expand our networks. We'll have access to other successful people who are way more successful than us. And the advantages that you get from such a group is you learn to cultivate your skills, whether it be leadership, communication, strategic planning, public speaking. I know there are kind of conspiracies about this. They're trying to control us. Of course, the principles of success are really, in essence, success boils down to really putting in the effort, working hard, and working smart at the same time, resilience, and continuous learning. The only real benefit is the understanding and knowledge you get on the deeper parts, which is more spiritual and things. And not everybody resonates with that. Besides that, um, first, to make things happen, you have to care about it. So it depends on how you're about your care level. So first you care about it, then you focus. Actually, the two parts you only learn in these societies I'm going to share here now. I can share that, but it's okay. So the first one is you have to make anything happen. First, you have to care about it. Then you focus upon it. Once you focus upon it, you start thinking about it. And when you start thinking about it, you start feeling about it. And after you start feeling about it, you start doing things. You start moving your body. You set your body in motion, vibration. So care is the generative principle. How much you care about making something happen. So if you want to make you accelerate your dreams, you have to really care about what's the emotional impact? Why do you really care about the $1 million? Is the $1 million or is the impact the $1 million going to have on the
Yeah.
people? And what are the people going to be left out if you don't achieve that goal? So
Mm.
I think also when first people they start a business or they do a venture, they're very ego-centered and they do it to fulfill themselves, and they don't think about the greater, the broader society and community and the people they're going to serve. And I think
Mm.
that's the main reasons why people would fail or not
Mm.
achieve their goal. So when you're doing something, you want to um, make sure you're doing it for the people, the customers, that you're understanding their pain points, showing that you really care to fulfill that need, to answer their pain points, and also do your market research to understand if you're doing it right, you're doing it at the right place, you're offering real value, you're planning strategically, and you're also seeking guidance from people around you, mentors, counselors, advisors, also people who gone before you or have some things to tell you how to do it. And a lot of people who use manifestation, they use it in the wrong manner. A lot of people, when they start with their manifestation journey, they are not healthy financially. They're already in debt. They already have emotional baggage with them. The worry, the stress that they have from their financials is kind of putting a block on them that's not helping them to achieve their manifestation goal. Like imagine, like how can you um, visualize or
Mhm.
have your goals set if you're constantly worrying about how to get money for the next day? So you have to take action to make things happen. If we live in the physical world, it demands some action for us to achieve our goals. But action is maybe 20%, 80% is your mindset, how you think about it, uh, how you visualize. All things throw opportunity to you. I talk about the fear of failure. So a lot of people are afraid to stretch their comfort zone. So when they're
Yeah.
proposed with an opportunity or something, they won't take action on it. It's like self-sabotaging activities. So it's like don't believe in themselves enough. If it comes from believing in themselves enough, they will usually start something and not finish. That's a block right there. So they will maybe have a idea for business, they write the business plan, but when it comes to actually starting the business or doing, they're afraid they won't do it. They just flop the idea and that's it. Is first of all recognize what is fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real, so it's not real. Although
Yeah.
it appears real. Go by fear or go by faith. Whatever happens, you only have control on your thoughts, emotions, and actions. These are the
Mm.
things you can control. The rest you have no control of. Simple is the best strategy because if it's complicated, nobody's gonna do it. And a lot of people also have problems with visualizing because they don't really focus on the feelings. The
Yeah.
goal
I
is to
love
take
that.
action every day. Action every
Mm.
day. It's the most important thing. So manifestation is not just wishful thinking, woo. It's really about taking action. You have to take action because we live in a physical world. We're obliged to take action, and action creates emotion. Action creates vibration. So that speeds up our manifestations. We
Mm.
cannot just visualize or fantasize and just wait for things to happen on their own. We do have to take some sort of action. But as I said, action is only 20%. Mindset and visualization and all the other techniques is only 80%. And one secret I'm going to share with you to amplify your dream while sleeping is when you have sleep on a slightly emptier stomach, you're more likely to remember your dreams. A lot of
Hmm.
people, I think, have problems with eating at night. So 99% of the people out there don't master the
Hmm.
basics of the, to really to become successful and accelerate your dreams, as we say in this podcast.